Good morning.
Turn the mic on. I have everything else on.
Good morning. I'd like to take the opportunity to welcome you here to the McCarty Family Farms and the Judy McCarty Dairy and Learning Center. My name is Vernon Hurd. I'm the Executive Director of the Thomas County Economic Development Alliance. It's hard to imagine that when Tom met my predecessor, Vic Van Camp, at the Syracuse Dairy Show in February of 1997, that conversation and then his wife Judy and his visit, their first visit to Colby was May 28th of 1997, that it would lead from 1,000 head of cattle to all of this. It's truly become an amazing economic driver for Thomas County and Northwest Kansas. And from everyone on behalf of the local government, and I think most of our community for sure, we are so thankful to have all of you here with us and to be a part of our family in Northwest Kansas. It's my great pleasure now to introduce Governor Laura Kelly. After putting Kansas back on track and ending her first term with the largest budget surplus in history, Governor Kelly was reelected and sworn in for a second term as the 48th governor of the state of Kansas on January 9th, 2023. Governor Kelly is a bipartisan leader who in her first term fully funded schools, improved our infrastructure, and broke records for business investment and job creation. As a result, the entire state prospers. Governor Kelly has become and has set a new star for her second term, North Star, pardon me, to make Kansas the best place in the country to raise a family, and will continue to prioritize fiscal responsibility, affordable housing and health care, early childhood and economic development, access to high-speed internet, and implementing a long-term sustainable water plan during her time in office. Please join me in welcoming Governor Laura Kelly.
Good morning, everybody. I have to say, this is the best backdrop I think I have ever had for any remarks. So it really is great to be back at the McCarty Family Farms for Dairy Month. Thanks for the invitation. Thanks for hosting us. I want to thank everybody who made today possible, and particularly the entire McCarty clan. Mike, Clay, Dave, and Ken are fourth-generation dairy farmers who embody all that Kansas family-owned and operated dairy farms have to offer. McCarty Family Farms is part of Kansas's rich agricultural heritage. From our founding days, agriculture has been the bedrock of the Kansas economy, especially here in the western part of the state. And I can't think of a better place to proclaim June as Kansas Dairy Month and recognize Kansas's status as one of the fastest growing dairy states in the nation. We are home to more than 180,000 dairy cows on over 130 dairy farms, most of them family run, like the McCarty farm. These farms produce over 4 billion pounds of milk annually. They play a crucial role in the global food supply chain. They not only feed Kansas, the nation, they also feed the world. Our farmers work hard, and the work of our Kansas dairy farmers does not go unnoticed. Kansas dairies, including McCarty's, have regularly been highlighted in virtual farm tours at the World Dairy Expo. This October, McCarty Family Farms will be awarded Dairy Producers of the Year during the 2025 World Dairy Expo Recognition Awards. Congratulations on that. Kansas dairy farms are growing in potential, in productivity, and in output. They're continuing to look for ways to be more efficient. They're making investments in innovative technologies like robotic milking systems, and they're increasing biosecurity efforts. This progress not only strengthens Kansas's agricultural industry, it strengthens our entire economy. With a $1.5 billion contribution to the Kansas economy annually, the dairy industry is vital to the success of communities across our state. And our Kansas dairy farmers are striving to do even more. McCarty Family Farms started out with just 200 cows in northeast Pennsylvania and moved west to join Kansas's growing dairy industry in 2000. Today, the McCarty family works alongside 200 team members and milks close to 19,000 cows. The recently opened Judy McCarty Dairy Learning Center, named for Mike, Clay, Dave, and Ken's mother, exemplifies how the McCartys are leaders in their communities. They're offering a transparent look at their 21st century dairy operation, educating children, consumers, and industry professionals about their work to provide nutritious dairy products using sustainable methods. Ingenuity, like we see here today, is exactly why I'm confident our dairy industry will continue thriving for years to come. I want to thank all the dairy farmers, stakeholders, and leaders across the state who make Kansas's dairy industry the best it can be. My administration will continue to support you in every way that we can. To help dairies in water-scarce areas, we are set to invest over $1 million in stock water efficiency upgrade grant programs, which will help dairies install, reuse, and reclamation technologies to save water and improve their bottom line. We're investing in railroads and physical infrastructure in western Kansas so products can get to market more quickly. And we axed the state's grocery tax so Kansans have the money to buy more of your high-quality dairy products. I look forward to continuing this progress together. The dairy industry has made the state proud, and it's only getting stronger. And with that, I'm going to read the Dairy Month proclamation. So, to the people of Kansas, greetings. Whereas the Kansas dairy industry is a valued member of Kansas agriculture, and whereas Kansas dairies contribute to the economy both locally and statewide, and whereas Kansas has the 16th largest dairy herd in the country, and whereas Kansas is home to 180,000 dairy cows on over 130 dairy farms, which all do their part in ensuring a safe and adequate supply of milk in Kansas. And whereas Kansas dairy cows produce over 4 million pounds of milk annually, and whereas growth in dairy processing in Kansas means that now more than 50% of the milk produced in the state is processed in the state, adding value here in Kansas. And whereas the Kansas dairy industry contributes more than $1.5 billion to the Kansas economy, and whereas the U.S. dairy industry recognizes June as National Dairy Month, now therefore I, Laura Kelly, Governor of the state of Kansas, do hereby proclaim June 2025 as Kansas Dairy Month in the state of Kansas, and I urge all citizens to join us in this observation. Well done there, Representative Minix. And with that, we're going to sign the proclamation.